defenses, no interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Prescott off play action. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, CD, these 2 teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner? Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And again, it's Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jalen Waddle.
67 yards.
And the Lions have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, they've won a few in the years following.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Down to the 41. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Off play action. Russell steps away. Complete. This is Mitchell. Touchdown.
James Mitchell.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Prescott to throw it. In trouble, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Here's Williams to return. Uses the stiff arm, and he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Lions will take over. They go play action here on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Steps away to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 4th down, Russell. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try, and time has run out on this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudens. Rock for the third quarter. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And it's a nice game by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Russell. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Finding room at midfield. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. On the return is Williams. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Russell. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14. Now a play fake here on first down. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw. Russell. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell. On the move past the 40. And he's but not before he takes it inside the 40.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
42 yards on the ground for him so far. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully, and I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk? And in for the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. McPherson on for the point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And out now come the Cowboys. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. On the draw, it's Pollard. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a party gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Prescott. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust. And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got rope. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Prescott now. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Takes it at the 7. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Detroit, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.